So hello everyone. Today we are going to see on nextjs.org as a end user how the user will interact with the website and what will be the user's experience will be in the website. But first let's go to google.com. My bad. Let's do like this. Okay, so here at first user will come from different source. So let's say a user is coming from google.com, then they will see nextjs by Barcel or the React framework. So from here it's known to the user that the nextjs comes inside the React's um, like the where is the subset going on, what is the for a very new user, for a beginner, they might not know what nextjs is. Then for them, if someone tells them then it's the React framework, then obviously it will be a better approach to set the context where the nextjs is going on. So let's see what landing page looks like. And since I was already in the website, so it kind of loaded very fast, which is good. And from here we can know at the top the Varsal logo is there, and at the navigation, let's say a banner is there which says deploy Next.js in seconds. So we kind of got a second context that we can deploy something, or let's say we can deploy the Next.js, and it's gonna be fast. So a context is there that it's related to deploy. We can deploy something related to it also. And this part is really important because it shows us that what are the next micro bubbles, or let's say the what could be the micro bubbles, given topic. So if a user is inside the Next.js topic, then obviously the showcase, docs, blog, analytics, example, and enterprise are the small bubble, or let's say the small context that a user can go into. And also there is a long section, so that it's a part of this navigation will open the its own context, or let's say its own area of user to dig in. So that's what the purpose of this navigation is for. And and in bold and in weak font it's already there that it's the React framework for production. So this is the what we call the sole slogan for the Next.js. So the React framework for production means you will understand what Next.js is, and I don't need to scroll further to just to know what Next.js is. What happens in most of the cases that even on scrolling all the website, reading all the documentation, we won't be able to find what the simple explanation of the given platform is, or let's say of the product is. But this is really powerful message, or let's say branding here done by them. So that's what we have to learn from them. And nobody's going to read this, so I think nobody will read this. Or maybe I might have known about it for like previously, so I didn't read it. Yeah, so and in this channel we will also look into the other products in the days to come, and like as a newbie, most of many products we will be looking into it as a newbie, and we will see. Okay, so does this hypothesis works or not? Like right now I'm telling that nobody will read this, but I might read in other product also. So let's see what happens there. For now I didn't read it, and I also I can see that documentation, start learning, GitHub, license MIT, it focuses on to, it's a kind of a developer friendly, or let's say the from all this page, you don't see the it's business related. You won't see it's like uh, kind of vibe is related to the developer or development, documentation, start learning, GitHub, MIT license. So that kind of framing is given from this initial landing page. Okay, so again SDK. So we are in the homepage of a Next.js business website, and again, from lots of development related keyword in the first landing page to uh, uh, in next frame we can see the where let's say the SDK is mentioned there, SSR, lot of technical jargons, web development jargons are used. So definitely it's related to web development, and Next.js has all the tools. So definitely you got me right. Something something platform that has a lot of tools, and definitely the business Next.js business will mention these things because these are what Next.js is made of. So right, these things need to be mentioned in a landing page. So this was important. Again, these are the micro context, and a level down to that micro context are these things. So if you want to like independently learn about server side rendering, and if I open this page, then let's see. Okay, uh, this thing will first try to make user understand about server side rendering. What is the server side rendering? What is static site generation? This kind of topics will be in the first page, and definitely in other pages how that thing will be done. Like for example, get server side props. I think this is a hook. Let's say it's a function, and by using these things you will be able to enable server side rendering in your website, or let's say in your application. So let's not go down into the server side. Let's only keep about the landing page for today's video, and in next videos we can go in more detail about user experience, from the third eye view, or let's say from the user's perspective, how a Next.js website, or let's how a brand called Next.js is presenting to the world. So a user will be looking into it from a different angle by not being involved with the stack, or let's say with the technology, but just as a user. So how a user will perceive, and what things is being messaged from this the brand, or let's say the website. And for a given brand, or let's say for a given anything product, its website is the one of the mirror, or let's say a window to look into it and to get information about it. For example, Next.js could do something like keep some information on Discord channel, or let's say keep some information, convey some of the information via Twitter, convey some of the information via Telegram, and from Reddit. But it should not be like that, because a website consists of all the integrated uh, aspect for a given product. So that's what a website should contain. And as you can see, in the very given second frame of the landing page, we were able to find that information on, let's say, the tool from the uh, landing page of the nextjs.org. So this is quite interesting, and for people who are working to make any sort of website, first you have to understand what the first page will solve or let's say give some micro context to the user, like what you are going to get from the website. And in the same page there should be some sort of message, or let's say, um, the answer to the question, like what is dash. Like the dash will be any product or on the website page. So these are the tools. And again, user won't read all these things, but good for them, as they might have given links to it. So so again, it's a business website, and it is a platform where someone is going to develop, or someone is going to use it, and someone is going to learn about it. Then obviously there should be the concept of trust, and someone should trust that product in order to actually move further forward. So answer is we got the answer, we know what it's all, what are the micro context that we are going to get benefited from the given product. But to move further forward, there should be some sort of trust, and this section will be is like, it's it's a small step to show that you can trust our product, because most many of the major companies are using the product, and we are partner with this sort of companies. So this kind of brand, this kind of section will be really helpful for user to establish a small step of trust. So for example, this section where we say the case study, read case study. So case study is why they might have kept the case studies, because case studies sounds more trustworthy. So I was telling you about the trust component, right? So not just the logo might be like, everyone can do it, and everyone can copy, just keep the logo, it's not a big deal. But showing the case study, it conveys that there are many, like, the thing goes a bit more deeper, and we can show you how you can trust us. For example, you can take the example of Hulu and how Hulu have used that thing. So case study is really important. And so first, let's see, let's give a small look on the case study of Hulu. Yeah, nothing big, nothing like more technical, just a small, description and some steps on how Hulu was able to get their business goal done due to Next.js. It says one framework for everyone. So if you read them, then definitely will get Hulu. Someone from Hulu will give their comments on it. So that's what case study is. And so yeah, that we won't go into the other pages for today. We might go into those pages for in the next day, but for today let's just keep into the landing page. So in this way, like, Hulu's case studies here. And again, uh, so a level of trust is established here. And for a Next.js kind of product, it's really important for it to establish trust in its websites. For that, so that I think uh, two important goals has been already uh, got from the user. Like, for example, one goal was to show that user that you can start learning on this platform. There are documentation in our GitHub. We do have some resources that you might like. So if it's for developers, but not just the knowledge, but developer must also should have some sort of trust. So this small section might have done a small first step to establish it, or I can say the basic step to establish the trust to the user. But there are many other things to establish trust to the user, but one of those first step, or let's say basic step, can be and in beautifully can be established with this section. And next we see the view showcase section. So this definitely targeted to the developer aspect of the business, so that not just the the company logo. If you are not still if you are not in still like the trust is, if it's not still established, then you can even look into those websites that use Next.js. For example, view showcase, there is AT&T website, and AT&T used Next.js to okay. So showcase, there is a whole lot of different section called showcase/showcase, and it shows a lot of platform that have used Next.js. So definitely this will give you a lot of trust, and that lot of breeze has been, a lot of gap has been connected for the first user, the first unknown user, or let's say a founder of a company, or let's say a manager or CEO, someone who don't know what Next.js. And if I tell them to if I tell them that I'm going to use Next as a developer, if I tell them I am going to use Next.js in my project, blah blah blah, and they will just look into what might be the Next.js. So in like 2 minutes they will definitely know what Next.js is, who is using Next.js, how it's solving the problem, and they will make the decision to use it on our platform or not. So so definitely there are certain goals in a website, that the goals will be achieved from the website, and we should structure our website in such a way that those goals are achieved. So developer centric goals, business centric goals, a lot of aspects will be integrated in a website. So that's why the website development and what content to be kept in a website, those are really important. So view showcase, very powerful one. And again, they are focusing on uh, another goal, no, or let's say the initial goal, the developer centric angle. So learn Next.js, it was not enough, this was not enough, start learning. And again, get started, or create a Next.js app section has been kept here, so that if user clicks it in this, then they will get to the respective page. Okay, so in this way, uh, yeah, so we have gone to the ending section of the Next.js, and I think most of the 95% of the website or business website will have these two sections, the footer one and the contact us or let's subscribe to our email section. So this is important for businesses to get contact with the user, or let's say if I'm convinced and if I'm like surfing this all this thing, and if I'm learning about it, if I got the idea now, what's next? Or let's say that someone might want to like calculate the conversion. It doesn't, okay, let's not say about it as a conversion, but it's a trend, it's just a trend. Everyone is collecting user, and everyone is like promising that we will be giving a newsletter, and they do that also, but it's just a trend. In my opinion, these two sections are like default. Navigation is default, landing page is default. So what can be different in most of the cases is this second, third, fourth, and fifth frame. This can be different. And on footer section, yeah, the section that is not in navigation will be in the footer, or let's say in navigation these are in the footer, and plus other missed section or some minor stuffs will be in the footer section. And in this way, a clean, it's really clean, it doesn't have any a lot of um, design, or let's say um, glittery stuffs. It's just clean, it's just easy to understand the goal, or it just solves the goal. What was its goal to convey, what does it want to convey to the its user. So it does that, and that's what your everyone's websites will be. So yeah, it's website development is not about only design, or it's not about speed. Those things are important, but the important aspect is what to keep on the website, and how to keep that information in a very minimalistic way and in a clean approach. How to achieve that, that's really important, and that's really going to convert a lot of things, or like let's say it can make it or break it. So with that said, I'm going to stop my video for now, and we will be catching up with other aspect of other platform, or let's say uh, and same website also in the days to come. So thank you for listening.